Trying to decide how sad it is I dug out one of my parents' mugs for a thumbnail for a video. Oh well, at least it's pretty. Hey there, my name is Miranda and welcome to another video. So today is going to be part 2 of my Canadian and Britain problem series, and as you can probably tell from the mug I was holding up earlier, there will be Tim Hortons mentions in this video. One of the greatest bits of news I heard when I was returning in the fall was that Tim Hortons was opening up stores in the UK. Even better, there are 3 in Cardiff. Well, I guess that's not quite that much better considering Cardiff is 3 hours away from me. So either way, I still can't quite satisfy my Timmy's craving as easily over here as I do back home. To be fair, I'm not that much of a coffee drinker. I really just go there for the Timbits, the donuts, and the bagels. But Tim Hortons is also a taste of home for me. I just enjoy going for something that's familiar. I visited Timmy's a lot back home, and if you want to know how much, yes, this is a Tim Hortons gift card. Yes, it's here in the UK with me. No, it's not my only one. Yes, I did try to use it in Cardiff. It did not work. I tried, I failed. It was an attempt. But that's really one of the only things from Canada that's made it over here. There's quite a bit that is not here. A lot of which I really miss. Because of that, I have a list of things I want to do as soon as I get back to Canada. And today I'm going to share with you 3 things that they really do not have here in the UK that I desperately miss and cannot wait to have again. Just so you know, not all of this is food related, just most of them. Number 1, I'm going to visit the closest place possible that has poutine. I don't care if it's a restaurant, a pub, or a fast food joint, I'm just going to the nearest one. Yeah, poutine is not a thing in the UK. Anytime I try mentioning it to someone, I get very confused looks followed by, after my explanation, oh, that's a Canadian thing, isn't it? Yeah, try explaining to someone what a cheese curd is when you don't fully know what it is yourself. You just know it's a major ingredient of this. That was an interesting conversation. I essentially had to look it up. Sometimes people try telling me, oh, just put gravy and cheese on top of your chips. Isn't that the same thing? No, not quite. Mozzarella is a decent substitute, but nothing beats cheese curds when it comes to poutine. There is, I guess, a place in London that has it. At least I think there is. I'm pretty sure I have it on my list of places to visit in September. I'm gonna have to double check this list. But yeah, no, that is one thing I am most definitely doing when I get back to Canada, because they just do not have it here. Heads up for any UK pubs, it is a great pub food and even better drunk food. Just saying. How do I know it's a great drunk food? I made knockoff poutine for my flatmates last year, and they agreed it was an amazing drunk food. So I think it'd be a great idea if some fast food joints decided to add them to their menus, maybe? Probably not going to happen anytime soon, but it's wishful thinking. Until then, I'll make my knockoff and maybe at some point be willing to try ordering cheese curds from somewhere. That, or whenever I'm in London, I can satisfy my craving. Maybe. The second thing I'm most definitely doing is I am finding the nearest supermarket that sells those Canadian maple cream cookies. Anyone from Canada, you know which ones I'm talking about. They're adorable, they're shaped like little maple leaves, and they have maple cream in the middle, and they're delicious. Even though they're so sweet, you can almost feel cavities forming after the 3rd cookie. Yeah, and I somehow managed to eat way more than that in one go. My sweet tooth is legendary. I'm realizing just how stereotypically Canadian I'm sounding, considering I've already mentioned Tim Hortons, poutine, and maple all in one video. I'm a walking stereotype, I've accepted this. Yeah, no, I've definitely missed maple cream cookies. I kind of have found a substitute with those digestives that they sell here, which surprisingly, they're hard to find in Canada. So for the most part, I just mourn the easy availability of these cookies. I haven't even found them in those American sweet shops that they have out here, and I was hoping that they would be in there. To be fair, even if they were in there, they would probably be outrageously expensive. Yeah, I don't care how much I miss it. I'm not spending more than maybe £1 on a can of Arizona. You spend more than that, you are way more desperate than I will ever be. But while I miss maple cream cookies, I do not miss maple syrup. Because, lo and behold, my local grocery store actually carries maple syrup from Canada. I'm not gonna lie, that impressed me and made me so happy when I found out. So there's like one comfort from home that I can get from my local grocers very easily. And maple syrup is liked here, like people do have it. I remember on Canada Day, I had someone asking where the maple syrup was for the pancakes. And I was actually a little offended, if I'm to be honest, when I couldn't find it. Not even when I asked the chef. Yeah, maple syrup is a thing here, I promise. It's a thing almost everywhere, I'm suspecting. Well, maybe not almost everywhere. I don't entirely know. Where's maple syrup not really used often? All I know is that I was mildly offended on Canada Day when I had to go ask the chef in the kitchen I work at the uni where the maple syrup was for the pancakes they were serving that day, and he told me there was none. Yeah, no, easiest way to offend a Canadian is to tell them that apparently you are not serving maple syrup with your pancakes. Especially on Canada Day. I mean, come on, it's Canada Day. Granted, none of them knew it was Canada Day until I was essentially yelling it in their faces. So that's fair. And the third thing I am most definitely doing when I get home of this mini list of stuff I miss from home is that I am visiting a Sephora. Yeah, I was surprised to learn Sephora's not a thing in the UK. I don't get it. I have a running theory that the only reason Sephora isn't in the UK is vengeance for the 100 Years' War, because Sephora is a French cosmetics company. At least, I believe that's what it says on the website. Well, they have one in France, so already I think they're taking some shots. Actually, I think they have multiple in France, and Greece, and Spain, and a few other places, but not the UK. Yeah, no, it is one of the oddest things. It's one of the largest cosmetic stores in Canada, and it's not over here. I thought it would at least be in London, and apparently not. A few months ago, we thought one was going to open. It was a lie. It was all a lie. So yeah, I'm essentially visiting a Sephora when I go home because I need to stockpile a bunch of my makeup that is only sold in Sephora. Well, at least only sold in Sephora, Canada. Yeah, it's not sold anywhere else in Canada. I know it's sold in other places in the States. Don't know if it has actually reached Europe, to be honest, because the Sephoras I have checked in other countries, I haven't really found it. But yeah, no, I'm just gonna stockpile at the Sephoras back home because I could order it off the website. But if I do, I have to pay customs charges, and I'm too cheap for that. I say that and I spend like $50 Canadian on foundation, so I don't know how that sounds. I'm just not willing to pay customs charges. I don't care. I'm not willing to do it. Not unless necessary. That, and when you're on a student budget, you don't really want to have to pay more than what you do. Granted, if I really cared about the budget, maybe I'd find something that was cheaper. I have for most things. Most of my stuff is drugstore, and all of it's here. Although the main brand I use is really only in Cardiff, which is still 3 hours away. I think I'm gonna have to really start considering what I use these days. So yeah, there is my mini list of stuff I'm going to either have or visit or do, sort of, once I get back to Canada. There's just a lot of stuff I really miss from home. I am so excited to be going back. I am so homesick. And like I said, there's just so many things I miss. Number one, I still put in, like, I just can't believe it's not a thing in pubs here. It's great pub food. It's in all the pubs back home. At the very least, they can maybe do the discount version. Oh well, maybe someday. Maybe if enough Canadians complain here. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you want to see more videos by me, both bookish and travel related, please be sure to click that subscribe button down below. And I'll see you next time. Bye!